In the ongoing search for large, open, safe places to vote in Los Angeles this November, officials have tapped Banc of California Stadium in Exposition Park as a vote center that will serve thousands. The announcement came as LA County voting officials continue to recruit large-scale venues across the region to serve voters in an election that will be like no other. The stadium, home to Major League Soccer's Los Angeles Football Club, will be among scores of vote centers operating in advance of the November 3rd vote and on Election Day itself. L. County is sending mail-in ballots to all voters for this year's general election, but also offering vote centers as a place where people can vote in person or drop off their ballots, if they choose. Hosting a vote center at the Banc of California Stadium allows us to meet public health standards for physical distancing while ensuring voters have access to in-person voting options in the presidential election, Registrar County Clerk Dean Logan said in a joint announcement with the team and the Secretary of State's office. Earlier this year, the county unveiled vote centers on a mass scale for the March 3rd primary, replacing the traditional neighborhood police places that had existed for generations. They were, and still are, touted as kind of a one-stop shop for voters, featuring new touch-screen machines, mail-in ballot drop-off sites and crews who can help them vote, register or change their status in mere moments. But it didn't always play out that way. In March, technical glitches and inadequate staffing led to long lines on Election Day and lackluster turnout in the days leading up to it. Election officials say they are working to rectify the issues. They're also dealing with how to offer safe in-person voting options in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Banc of California Stadium announcement follows Logan's discussion last week in front of the County Board of Supervisors about his team's focus. The county is looking for big, airy spaces, perhaps even outdoors, where voters committed to casting their ballot in person can easily maintain distance from fellow voters. Electronic poll books and voting mechanisms also require reliable, wireless, high-speed internet access. LAFC was also recruited through a partnership with county and state officials to push out educational messages about this year's vote. In these unique times, LAFC remains committed to being a force for good in Los Angeles, said LAFC president and co-owners Tom Penn. Such processing has also been ramped up in Pomona, where 2 massive exhibition halls are being rented out by the county to house mail-in processing for the county's first election in which mail-in ballots will be sent to all of its more than 5 million registered voters. Secretary of State Alex Padilla said the effort will be invaluable as we confront the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. City News Service contributed to this story.